The devil doesn't want your comfort. The devil wants your calling. Because a focused man, a driven man, a man on a mission is a dangerous man, an unstoppable man. When we talk about these things, we talk about, the comfort trap and getting caught in these decisions and these choices and, picking hard now for easy later versus easy now for hard later. All these kinds of things. It's not that it's about your comfort. It's not that it's about taking away your comfort. It's about that you're losing your calling every time you make these decisions. You're wasting your potential. You're wasting those things that only you were put on this earth to do. Only you were put on this earth to achieve and chase. Those are the things that you are wasting. Those are the things that are being pissed away by the choices that you are making. And that's what makes it so sad. That's what makes it so difficult. Because, you're giving up those things. Things that you don't even know about yet. Like, do you know why, honestly, health and that side of fitness is such a hard fucking sell? You know why it's so hard to convince people frequently on these things? Because it's important but not urgent. Like, if you've ever done one of those, I don't know what they're called, Punnett squares maybe? Where you break it down and it's like in one section you have important and urgent, then you have important, not urgent, and then you have urgent but not important and not urgent. And if you allocated your time and effort and intensity across these four things, what would most of them look like? Scarily enough, I have found for myself as well, but most people's ones they are predominantly done in urgent and not important. There's a bit of urgent and important, and there is very, very little, if anything, in important but not urgent. And health and fitness and these kinds of things often falls in this category of that important but not urgent. And it's the same with your calling. It's the same with being the best version of yourself. It's the same with all those kinds of things, because it's a someday thing. Yeah, I'm not happy with where I am. Yeah, I'm fat. I hate the man in the mirror. I've got man tits. I can't see my own penis. Like, all those kinds of things that you're deeply unhappy with it. But that pain is just emotional. Like, there's no disease or there's no inability overall. There isn't this great thing that's holding you back that pushes it into this urgent category. So, you don't really do much about it. You don't really think about it that much because it doesn't fall under it. And it's a hard fucking sell to get people to be like, well, you need to do something about this now because, you could die because of it. And even that, for a lot of people, is such an abstract thought that, maybe I've only got another 10 years, 15 years, if I don't actually do something about my health and fitness now, if I don't actually look after myself now, maybe I could die in my 50s. But that's so far down the track. And look, maybe you're like me as well. Like, somewhere stuck in my head, I'm still 21. There are days where I'm like, fuck, am I a father? And I'm like, shit, I've been doing this for 18 years, but in my head I'm still 21 somehow. That math ain't mathin'. But it's this kind of thing of, I think that's the, if you want to use it, the devil's greatest trick is to convince us that it doesn't matter. There's time. There isn't really. There is now, in this moment. And I think being a father more than anything should ignite that in you. Because look how quickly your babies are growing up. I am forever flabbergasted by how fast they grow up. I see these pictures and I'm like, wait, what happened to that little one? And there was a great one in... I can't remember the TV show. Anyway. And he talks about it and he's like, the hardest part of parenting is that you're forever saying goodbye to versions of your child. But you don't notice because they're constantly being replaced by the next version. You know, you start off with this baby that is completely dependent on you. And then it progresses into a little toddler and it's crawling around and then it's walking and then it's talking and then it's, you know, running and then it's going to school and then it's, you know, going on its first date and is in high school and these things, and it just keeps evolving and you never get to say goodbye to the previous version of it because all of a sudden the next version is there and you're in love with that. And these stages go by so fast. And look, my kids are still very young. They're, 2 and 4. Actually, my boy will be 3 next week. They're still very, very young. But it's going by way too fast. And I think that's the catch with all of it, that we think we have time. We think we have all the time in the world to be present and spend with our babies. We have all the time in the world to build the business that we want, or the relationships that we want, or the physique that we want, or to be the best version of ourselves. We have the time. We have ages. Do you? Do you really? Or are you wasting time? Because if you're utilizing that time to be the most present and connected father ever, and you're going to push that stuff later, look, I have arguments against that, but I can at least come at that. But to watch TV, to, have a cheeky wank, to waste time on social media, to do these things, no, you don't have time to waste on those things, because that time is disappearing like you wouldn't believe. And it's why when people are like, I'll do it when this happens, there is never going to be a perfect moment. There is never going to be this bing light bulb moment that you will be ready to do that thing. You will forever be choosing comfort until the day that you don't. It's really that simple, that your brain will consistently seek comfort and ease, and the easiest way to do everything. It is how we are designed. And you will never break that cycle. There isn't going to be one day where you wake up and things will be just right and you'll be like, now is my moment and I'm ready to do these things. And if by some miracle you actually get to that point and you do reach that you are in a position where, well, things are good enough, that you are ready to start, especially the health and fitness journey, the second life unravels again, because there will be complications. Life is full of them. There will be complications at some point. The second that happens, you'll be fucked and you'll quit your fitness routine. You'll quit doing the things that built you there. I actually think the best time to start one of these, the best time to get stuck into your journey, is in the peak of chaos, in the absolute height of chaos, where there is nothing going right in your life. And yeah, it'll be hard as shit. Don't get me wrong, it'll be absolutely hard as shit. But do you know why I think it's the best time? Because it'll just get easier. Because at some point, all of that stuff will calm down. At some point, all of that stuff will pass. At some point, it'll get fucking easier. And you will have built that discipline, you will have built that habit at its height, at its most extreme. And then you'll be able to go, oh, well, things have calmed down, they have settled. And I kicked its ass back there. Now I'm ready to absolutely fucking dominate. Now you're a different animal. Now you're a different beast. That's what you want. That's what you're after. That you're able to take that on at its worst. Because, well, then when it gets easy, life gets easier. That's what you want. But it comes back to this, that the devil is not trying to steal your comfort. He is trying to steal your calling. He is trying to steal that purpose that you were placed on this earth to provide. And I get it. Like, I really do. Honestly, I've been having my battle with the devil at the moment. And I think I've been losing, if I'm being honest. And it's not around the fitness. I have bolted that habit down into the fucking highest level. But it's about the other stuff. It's about the business. It's about the work. It's about the other things outside of that, well, if I'm being brutally honest with myself and brutally honest with you, makes me feel like a fraud. It makes me, when I get on here and I talk to you about these things, don't get me wrong, I believe them with all my heart, with full conviction, but I feel like the things that I am doing are not matching who I am aiming to be, who I'm portraying to be, who I know I can and are some of the times. I feel like the biggest fraud, and that eats away at me. So yeah, the devil's winning its battle. It's winning that battle towards comfort. And just because I've nailed it in one area does not mean I'm nailing it in the other. But I have to keep coming back to, well, what is my calling? What is my purpose? What am I here for? And yeah, I know those words are cliched as fuck now, and they're thrown around a lot. But that's the truth, that I feel I was put on this earth to do this, to share this, to be this man. And the reason why I'm battling the devil so hard, why I'm battling that resistance so fucking hard, why it is coming at me with everything it has under the sun, is because I know I'm on the right path. I'm heading down the right way. It's coming after me because it doesn't want me to win. As I said, the devil's here to take your calling. So when you are on the path towards the man you know you should be, that's when everything comes out. That's when the full arsenal comes out. And they're coming after you, and they're coming after you. And you cannot let it win. I cannot let it win. I have to keep facing it down. And yeah, I'm taking my licks at the moment. I said I'd share it all, and I said share all the journey with you. But yeah, I'm taking my fucking licks at the moment. And it's rough. And I am not enjoying this process. And I woke up most days, if I'm being brutally honest, ashamed and disappointed with myself. And concerned for the future. If I cannot deal with this, I cannot deal with whatever this is, feeling like a fucking addict that, or, heading into a depression cycle. And I know that's not what's actually happening. I know that's not what's actually transpiring. But it's what those feelings are producing for me. But I'm also aware of it enough that I can hold strong, that I can hold true. And if I can just take that one step forward, and that one step forward, and that one step forward, make that hard decision, and then make it again, and make it again. It's the things I keep talking about to you. These things transfer across everything. And as I've said many, many times, this shit isn't fucking easy. It isn't easy. It's fucking hard. It's goddamn hard. It beats me to my knees some days. But I'm trying to be the greatest version of myself. That wasn't going to be a cakewalk. I'm trying to reinvent myself. I'm trying to, bit by bit, change these habits that have been ingrained for a lifetime. That wasn't going to be fucking easy. It was going to require sacrifice. It was going to require more of me than I thought it would. I've gone through the phases. As I said, I went through this when I was entering the fitness. And that was fucking brutal. There were so many days where I didn't want it. Or I didn't want a fucking bar of it. And I just had to keep going. And I have to use that same skill. And I have to use that same mentality. And I have to channel it into it. Because the devil's coming for my calling. I know I can impact the world. I know I can impact and change lives if I can get out of my own fucking way. And so can you. Even if it's just the life of your own family. Your kids, your wife, those around you, those who love and adore you, those who believe in you. You can impact their lives for the better. You can get the fuck out of your own way. The question is, can you? Can you squash that call to comfort? Can you squash that need for comfort and ease? Can you squash that side of you? Because if you can, there is so much on the other side. But all of that noise is in your head. And the moment you can recognize that voice in your head, that one that's whispering sweet nothings, that one that is the silver-tongued devil that is talking you into doing the things that you know you don't actually want to do, the moment you can recognize that is you, that it is your voice, there isn't anybody else up there, it's just you and you, and that part of you is a fucking knob and is derailing you from everything you want, but you can recognize that voice is you, well shit, if it's you, you can be in control. If it's you, you can take back that. If it's you, you can shut it the fuck up. If it's you, you can step into your power and change the narrative that it whispers in your ear. Instead of negatives, it can be positives. Instead of negatives, it can be, you can do this. You are capable of anything. You aren't tired. You're just bored. Dig deeper. You haven't had enough. You just need to keep focusing. You can change the narrative in your head. As I said, I'm going through this battle, and it's not fucking easy. But every time I chalk up that win, every time I overcome that voice, fuck do I feel proud. Fuck do I have a sense of accomplishment. The nights I win that battle and I fucking leave it all out on the table, I sleep like a goddamn baby. Because I know I did everything in my power. The days I delay it, the days I put it off, the days I kick it down the road to another day's problem, those nights I suck. Those nights fucking eat at me. Those nights are hard. And understandably. Because I didn't leave it all out there. I didn't do the work. I didn't do what was required. So they're hard days. They're really hard fucking days. But I have to keep stacking the wins. And as I said, I'm taking my licks at the moment. I'm taking my losses. And it's making me feel like the ultimate fraud. It makes me feel like an imposter. It makes it hard to do these things. And it's hard to have these conversations. And hard to try and lead by example. Because, well, I'm not leading by example. And look, as I said, in other areas, especially fitness, which is where we start, I'm killing it. I am doing the best I've done ever. My workouts are fucking on point. I am doing phenomenal. But I'm an imposter in other areas. And so I need to own that. I need to be honest. I need to be real. I need to confront the devil. Because he's not stealing my comfort. He's stealing my calling with comfort. He's providing a way out. He's providing that it's okay. And it's fucking not. And so I need to be better. I need to remember why I do this. I need to remember why I sacrifice so much. Because it's bigger than me. This isn't about me. This is about my wife. This is about my kids. This is about you. It's about, being the greatest version. It's about just being able to go to sleep at night being proud of myself. Knowing that I left it all out there. It's about leaving this world a better place than I found it. That's what it's about. And every time I choose comfort, every time I give in to the devil, that voice in my head, that's me. I fucking lose big time. Not a little bit, not a tiny bit, but massively. And there is only one person who can change it. There is only one person who can make a difference. There is only one person who can step up and make a change that is going to lead me to the life that I want. And that is me. At the end of the day, we are all in control of this. It just comes down to whether we choose to be or not. So don't let the devil steal your calling. And I know I'm talking higher level, growth and personal development and stuff here. I know I am. But all of it comes back to your fitness. All of it comes back to you being the greatest version of yourself. And that starts with getting into great fucking shape. Because you are not going to be the greatest version of yourself unless you get into great shape. You're just not. You cannot be your best version. You cannot reach your highest calling until you get into great fucking shape. Purely from the energy point of view and how you show up and how you feel about yourself and the confidence that you gain from that. And then you develop those skills. As I said, some of those skills are failing me at the moment, but they're there and I can keep building on them and I can revert back to them and I can rely on them. You need to develop those same skills. So if you're ready to transform your physique, if you're ready to develop those skills, if you're ready to step into being the greatest version of yourself, click the link in my bio, get into my 6-week fitness challenge. We'll start with developing those skills while transforming your fucking physique like you wouldn't believe, giving you absolutely everything you need and so much more. 6 weeks will change your entire life if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to step up and stop letting the devil steal your calling. So if you're ready for that, click the link in my bio. Let's get you into demanding greatness and let's see who you can be on the other side. I can't wait to see you then.